Today on Santa Monica Update.
If you think this pie eating contest is scary, stay with us and we'll give you more Halloween highlights.
Coming up, it's the 18th annual Celebrating Success Breakfast.
Coming up next, trespassing is always a difficult issue to tackle, but if you've signed your trespass authorization form, you'll make your life a whole lot easier.
We have these fun and important stories along with more news from the city of Santa Monica coming right up. I'm Tamara Henry.
Santa Monica Update, your source for local news in Santa Monica. Santa Monica Update starts now.
Hello, everybody. Ice is back. Every holiday season, downtown Santa Monica brings a little ice skating to the beachside community and transforms the corner of 5th and Arizona Avenue into Ice at Santa Monica, a premier outdoor ice skating rink. The 8,000 square foot rink by the beach offers residents and visitors a little taste of winter without the bite. A great location to celebrate the holidays, Ice at Santa Monica is the perfect place to hang out with friends and family, throw a party in a private event cabana, enjoy a first date, or sign up for skate lessons. Join the fun and visit downtown Santa Monica this season to experience Ice. You'll find more information about classes and special events at downtownsm.com/ice. The city of Santa Monica has sued the Federal Aviation Administration, known as the FAA, to establish the city's right to control future use of the Santa Monica Airport property, which the city has long owned. The lawsuit, filed in federal court in Los Angeles, asked the court to declare that the city holds clear title to the land. The FAA claims the city must continue to operate the airport indefinitely, even after contracts establishing the city's airport obligations expire. The city challenges this as unconstitutional. The FAA claims that a post-World War II legal document obligates the city to operate the airport in perpetuity, forever, or forfeit its ownership interest to the federal government. The city disputes this claim for several reasons. First, the city has owned the airport land for nearly 100 years. The airport was merely leased, not sold to the FAA. Also, the Constitution guarantees that property cannot be commandeered without compensation, and local governments cannot be forced to do the federal government's work. Speaking of the lawsuit, Santa Monica Mayor Pam O'Connor said, "We need to get these legal questions answered." She went on to say, the community expects us to protect their health, safety, and welfare. And of course, the community's demands for relief from airport impacts have only increased since last month's terrible crash. The case will be heard in federal district court in Los Angeles. Federal rules give the federal government 60 days to respond to the city's complaint. You can read a news summary of the lawsuit on the city's homepage at smgov.net. Click on the news link in the upper right corner. And if you'd like to see the Santa Monica Airport page, it's at smgov.net/departments/airport. From great costumes to loads of goodies, this year's Halloween party was fun for the entire family. Gail Choice has more.
The families came out in droves for this year's Halloween celebration. This year's annual Halloween Carnival, produced by the Santa Monica Police Activities League, or PAL, provides a safe haven for children and their families to celebrate the spectacular holiday. Ghouls, goblins, vampires, mummies were all on hand to join in on the festivities. The event, held at Santa Monica Airport's Barker Hangar, offered children and their families plenty of room to roam around and see all the wonders, even the magic of Halloween. It is clearly one of Santa Monica's most popular holiday attractions. The costume contest is always a highlight of the festivities, and this year it did not disappoint. From Egyptian queens, playful kitties, to the very scary. PAL director Eula Fritz took time out to thank one of Halloween's greatest supporters.
Marianne, on behalf of the Police Activities League, I just want to say thank you so much for your support and everything that which you have done for PAL over the many years. You have sponsored all of our major events, and this Golden Pumpkin Award says thank you so much for your vision and helping make each Halloween a success.
Thank you, Eula, and also members of the PAL board for this wonderful honor. Pacific Park has enjoyed many years of partnership with PAL, and we look forward to many more. And congratulations on a wonderful Halloween tonight. It looks like a tremendous success as usual. Thank you so much for this.
Gail Choice, Santa Monica Update.
It's not too early to start planning your Halloween costume for next year's Halloween celebration. And if you want to know more about the Police Activities League, just go to smpal.org. The Westside Shelter and Hunger Coalition Celebrating Success Breakfast honors individuals in our community who have overcome the challenges of homelessness to become self-sufficient. I was there for the occasion, and here's my report. The beautiful Fairmont Miramar Hotel and Bungalows Santa Monica was the venue on this special morning, with an award-winning on-air radio talent and producer as the 2013 MC.
Please join me in welcoming our MC, LaFern Cusack.
You may recognize LaFern's voice from radio shows on ESPN and Radio Disney.
Thank you so much, Felicia. It's a privilege to be MC of this year's event, Celebrating Success Breakfast.
Well, there are 30 different agencies that make up the Westside Shelter and Hunger Coalition. So it's pretty complicated. Donna Gentry, who's our consultant, makes it seem really easy. It is not half as easy as she makes it look.
Formerly homeless clients received awards for their accomplishments in overcoming challenges, becoming self-sufficient, and sustaining their success, such as Anthony Boyd, who was also the dynamic honoree speaker.
Woo, there's a lot of people. Oh, good Lord. Okay, how you doing? I got this, though. Okay, like I said, my name is Anthony Boyd, and my story started. There's a lot of emotions here.
Also recognized were supportive local businesses, civic and faith organizations in our community who have gone the extra mile, enthusiastically supporting these local programs, making a big impression on the coalition's new director.
I am impressed with how this breakfast is it's cherished in this community, and that speaks really highly of how tight-knit this community is. So I'm very impressed.
Financial sponsors included St. John's Health Center in downtown Santa Monica, among many others. Proceeds from ticket sales and sponsorships help support the work of the coalition, helping those who have lost their way get back on their feet.
It took a lot of work, and Promises Foundation, Miriam's house, helped me, each step of the way to regain my life to a level that I never thought would have been possible 3 years back.
This annual event is all about changing lives and revitalizing our communities. Reporting for Santa Monica Update, I'm Tamara Henry. If you'd like to read more about the honorees and their personal stories, check out the website at westsideshelter.org. Trespassing is a tough issue no matter what city you live in. Here in Santa Monica, we have more than 7 million tourists visiting our city each year, along with a large population of homeless individuals. That said, there is a likelihood that somebody who doesn't belong will trespass on our property or a neighbor's property. But before you pick up the phone to call the police, there's something you should know. Greg Goldner has more.
What happens a lot of times in Santa Monica is that the property owners are not there at the location, or we don't have an agent of the property owner there. And they call us and they say, there are people on my property and I'd like to have them removed. Without having a trespass authorization form on file with the police department, we can't go on the property and ask those people to remove. We need the permission from the owner so that we are acting as their agent to go out there and have those people removed.
The trespass authorization form applies to both residential and business properties, and keep in mind their expiration date, as the police will not be able to act on your behalf if there's not a current form on file.
There are two types of forms, or the law allows for two types. The first one is for a form to be valid for 30 days. So if you're out of town and you see someone on your property, you call us and you have a letter on file within those 30 days, we can go out there and ask those people to leave. There's another one where if the property is abandoned or it's closed to the general public and it's posted by signs, we could have a letter on file for up to 6 months.
There's 2 ways to fill out the authorization form, either by hand and then submit it to the police department, or you can take care of it all online. Keep in mind that depending on the type of form, you'll need to renew it every 30 days or 6 months. Folks are encouraged to submit online, not just for the ease, but you'll also receive an electronic renewal reminder 5 days before the expiration date of the current form.
So Greg, this would be an example of what Sergeant Oshiro was talking about. This is a vacant business here.
Okay.
You can see there's a doorway here. A lot of times there's bleed over, maybe from another business. Someone driving by may call in that there's an issue or something they saw, or they may just call just because the person's hanging out. And in order for the police department to legally remove them, we need a representative from the business to contact us to give us that authorization to really remove them and really take some action other than what we have seen.
And that's
in
where that
plain
form
sight.
comes into place.
That's where the form comes into place, yes.
That makes sense. And while this building, this property is abandoned, you have apartments all over the place. So more likely than not, these folks are going to call and say, hey, there's something going on, or hey, there's people outside of my apartment window. But if you don't have that letter, if you don't have the authorization,
I can contact them, try and work with them. But a lot of times the expectation is to completely remove them from the property.
Right.
And if I don't have authorization from the owner, then I have to verify whether they can be here or not. And that could take me a few days to verify.
While vacant buildings and empty parking lots are ideal for trespassers, something like a residential garage or carport can be just as inviting.
Greg, so this would be a good example here. This is a carport where the residents cannot see back here. It's also posted no trespassing. You've got chairs back here. This would be somewhere where someone might be hanging out or people may be hanging out. And although the residents couldn't see it, the neighbors could see it and they can put in that call. And if I were to receive that call and that I knew that the letter was on file, I can have that person removed. The letter also gives me contact information as to who the representative is on this property so I can contact and verify whether the person is legally there or not.
Whether you're a property owner who's going on vacation, a business owner closing down shop for a while, or even if you live in your residence full-time, no matter what your situation is, fill out a trespass authorization form. So that way, you've always got your bases covered. For Santa Monica Update, I'm Greg Goldner.
To ensure that our city remains as safe as possible, there's really no downside to filling out the trespass authorization form. While it might be a slight inconvenience, it's a small step that could make a big difference if trespassing is ever an issue. For more information or to fill out the trespassing form, head on over to santamonicapd.org. On this edition of Santa Monica Update, we're introducing our new segment that could be featuring your next pet. Here's Mike Graham and Barbara Bishop with our Pet of the Week.
Check out Sweet Soli. She's a 1-year-old Chihuahua who's good with other dogs and kids. She's great on a leash and her grooming needs are low.
And with me is Little Bit. She's a 4-year-old Australian Shepherd mix. She's good with most dogs and older children. She bonds quickly, is a lap dog, and is very quiet. Both dogs recently participated in a 5-week training program. They're both spayed and vaccinated.
And they're ready for their forever homes.
So if you're interested in either one of these dogs or about 30 others,
or cats, or bunnies, or turtles, or any other animals,
then come on down to the Santa Monica Animal Shelter.
These little guys are waiting for you.
To find more pets like Soli and Little Bit, visit the Santa Monica Animal Shelter at 1640 9th Street. Well, that's it for this edition of Santa Monica Update. The holiday season is fast approaching, so let's remember the spirit of the season by being gracious to others. And as always, be careful. I'm Tamara Henry, speaking for all of us at City TV. Thank you for watching.